Today we are gonna take the fear out of frying using one of my favorite ingredients, pickles. Frying is a 3-step process. Our first step is going to be with our dry ingredients. Today we're using flour with some seasoning. The second step is going to be our wet. I am using milk and an egg. And then the last step is also dry. Make sure to incorporate everything into that flour. Then I'm gonna take that same fork, pop that yolk, whisk it up. Now let's talk about our oil. There are 3 different oils we like to fry with: canola oil, vegetable oil, and peanut oil. Those 3 oils have a high smoke point, so we can get to that 350 range that we're looking for. So I'm going to take my thermometer, make sure it's on Fahrenheit, lean it forward just a little bit because you don't want the tip of your thermometer to touch the bottom of the pan. The range to fry with is 350 to about 375 because when you drop product in, it drops that temperature to 350. I'm gonna go ahead and start frying. Pickles are inherently wet, so it's great to start with. If your product is dry, like a whole jalapeno, you do need to dip it in that wet batter consistency before you go into that flour. So I am going to dredge in the flour, and let's see if I can remember. Dry hand and wet hand, don't overcrowd your bowl, and go ahead, press it in, flip it over. Press it in, flip it over. Shake off any excess, and then we're going into our milk and egg mixture. And now we're going to pivot and use our wet hand, which now will hopefully be my left hand, if I can remember. Flip it over, make sure both sides are nice and coated. And then the last one is gonna be our panko. Same thing, let it drip dry, right in. Drip dry, right in. The fun thing about frying is you really can customize with whatever you have in your cupboard. This can also be flour, so you can go back into that bowl. It can be nuts, breadcrumbs. This, you can actually make it vegan or vegetarian. You can use an oat milk, almond milk, anything like that. So really have fun frying, guys. Dry hand, are you ready? I like to start kind of sprinkling it, and then you really want to push in that panko or breadcrumbs, whatever you're using, to adhere to both sides. Make sure that it's nice and coated. Make sure not to overcrowd your pan because there's a likelihood that it'll drop below 350 and your product will stick together. Try to be patient when you're frying. Once it goes in the pan, don't touch it. Don't fidget with it, I know you want to, but let it go ahead and cook for a few minutes until it gets nice and golden brown. If you go in too early to flip, that breading's gonna fall right off. You can see that it's nice and golden brown around my edges, so I've got my handy dandy tongs and we're gonna go ahead and flip. So we're gonna go in, nice and golden brown, flip it over, and flip it over. Another benefit of shallow frying is you use less oil, so you spend less money. As both sides are getting golden brown, you can slowly pull them and put them on paper towels to help drain. And if you love a little bit of extra salt, as soon as they come out of the oil, sprinkle it on so it adheres to your pickles. Just remember, it is dry, wet, dry, into that 350 oil, and then enjoy.
Beautiful. Killer.
Cool. Close enough?
Yeah.